Hey Lucas, how are you? So I'm just going to take a minute and tell you what I think about your website. As you see, I already opened it up, and this is the second time I'm looking at it. So, well, I think it has a really clean design, and so far I think it's pretty straightforward as to what you want people to expect from it. However, if I can constructively criticize some of the things that I see here, well, let me just start by one little thing that I noticed down here, which is minor depending on how you want to look at it. But for the SSL security and all that stuff, um, I really like seeing the logo of these companies that are providing this kind of security, not just a check mark, you know? So maybe that's something that you can take a look at. Um, Another thing that I noticed is that you talk about the concept a little bit right here. But I would personally, as a consumer, enjoy being able to see the price of your service right from the first site. I mean, um, because sometimes it gets a little bit tricky with these websites that try to lure you in with something that sounds really cool, and then as you continue, you kind of, well, get surprises down the road. Um, Now, with these guys right here, I think it looks pretty cool. And I don't know, maybe you want this to be like that on purpose, but like the names on the bottom, it just the at sign in front of it makes it look like a little bit like Twitter-ish or like Instagram. Maybe you can put like a name, like the first name with like a capital initial and maybe like a capital initial of their last name instead of just like a first name, you know? Um, But overall, I think it looks pretty cool, like the entire concept. Um, for these guys right here, these brands, I think it's nice that you have like a selection of what kind of brands you'll be working with. But if this website really, really, really wanted to like stand out, in my opinion, you would have something where I can, for example, have like a short preview of these brands or of some of the products that you're offering from these brands by maybe going over the picture with the mouse or being able to click on it and then have you show like some of the special items that you're featuring from that brand or something like that instead of just posting a picture there, you know? I mean, that's what I would do if I had to make a website that I'm really happy with. Um, so I think I've talked enough about your starting page, so let's get started. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I never saw that tab right there, the Deine Vorteile. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna start doing this right here. Okay, so um, what do I weigh? 22. So this is pretty straightforward. I really like how clean this is. I really do. Mm, to be honest with you, uh, with this one right here, I don't really see the big difference between these two, like being athletic or normal. Maybe you could have a little description under them if you want people to be able to efficiently differentiate these, because uh, I think it's a little bit subjective as to what normal is and what athletic is and what kräftig is. So, I mean, I know you don't want to have a picture that says, "Hey, I'm fat," and I'm gonna pick this now, but um, I just think they're a little bit vague. So for this one, I'm just going to go and pick athletic just because it looks a little bit skinnier than the normal one. However, see, the thing is, I'm not sure exactly what you're going for with this one. So is it because if you're athletic, you'll have tighter fits, and if you're normal, you're going to try to hide the body a little bit more? See, those are questions that I think are unanswered. Um, with the hair color, I think that's pretty straightforward, but um, maybe like a more realistic picture. I don't know. I don't really feel like any of these colors looks like what my brown hair looks like, even though it's brown. So just saying, not I'm not complaining, just saying who knows how important that is for you. Um, so yeah, you already picked my size, which is cool because it's right. Um, let's just say with these brands here, I notice a lot of different price ranges in the brands that you're listing here. So, for example, American Apparel, H&M, Zara, Adidas are cheaper brands. Depending on where you live, Abercrombie and Fitch may be a cheaper one too, but since we're in Germany, um, I guess we can say that this belongs more in the category of Diesel, Esprit, and all that stuff. And then I see like Ralph Lauren and Hugo Boss. So I think there's just a few different segments over here, and uh, I still haven't seen anything about the price. So just remember that maybe for someone that's looking at this website for the first time, it's going to confuse them a little bit because maybe in their heads, the price range also matters. So uh, when they find out that it's 60 euros, the question is if I had picked only Hugo Boss and Ralph Lauren instead of picking H&M and American Apparel, for example, do I get more items sent to me because I picked the cheaper brand, or is that just something that stays the same regardless of what brand you choose? So I'm just gonna say I like these two and this one too because it's simple and nice. I'm just gonna leave those three. So now, well, actually, I'll add one more that's cheap. So we got two cheap brands and two expensive brands. Um, so now, what do I wear? I think this is cool, but it's not enough for me to really make a decision because maybe I have special occasions, so maybe it would be nice to ask someone how often they wear these instead of what do you like to wear, because I like to wear all of these things, just depending on the time that I'm wearing it. So maybe you could split it by how often instead of if, but I'll just say t-shirts and casual shirts. Nice, the sizes are right again, although maybe I'll just do this, but that's irrelevant. Um, Kind of like the same concept here with what I said above about the price ranges. Um, but I'll just pick these because that's what I'm wearing right now. Okay, Jeans, Businesshosen, Freizeithosen. Um, I'm not really familiar with what the difference is between these two. You know this better than I do, of course. But just thinking of a dumb consumer that has no idea what they want and they really want someone to advise them with fashion, maybe you're asking them to know a little bit more than your target market may already know about their style and what they want. So um, I don't know what this is, and I'll just pick this. Now, as far as these go, I'll just pick this, but um, of course you're offering a service here where you're picking something for someone, but I think there's a difference between slim fit and skinny jeans. I don't know if that you're targeting any of that market, but for example, I don't really like to wear skinny jeans, but I do like mine to be slim fit. So just another thing to think about. Let's see. Deshalb brauchst du unsere Hilfe. See, cool, cool. I think this is a cool page that you have here. Maybe it would be appropriate to put this before you start picking brands and styles, just for both you and the other party, for the consumer to really kind of get a feel for what they're getting themselves into instead of just going straight for the brands and styles that they're looking for without having answered these questions first. But let's just say I want this and this, although I don't know what the difference is because I like to look good when I'm going out. Um, what does not work for me? Let's see. What does not work for me? Oh, there we go. Okay. See, so like skinny jeans, cool. Although, are those skinny jeans, or is that just like a pretty tight slim fit? You know, and red, I don't like either. And this right here, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this because, um, oh, well, again, does this mean that if you click this that you do try everything, or does it mean that you do not try everything? You know, so maybe that's just me again, but it's not clear. Um, cool. So now you're asking what should go first. Let's say a smart pair of pants and a stylish shirt. Cool. See, so okay, it's one item. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So, and then you can do a picture. So I guess that will help you a lot. I'm not going to do that right now though. And then this right here. Cool. I mean, I like how simple your website is. It obviously it works well. Now, kind of coming back to the brand selection, I'm not sure how happy people will be if there's like a possibility that they get something from H&M one month if it's just one item being sent, or something from Hugo Boss, you know, especially since you don't have a contract. So I don't know. I, as a consumer, would feel a little bit cheated if a friend of mine has the same service and um, he only picks Hugo Boss as the brands that he likes, and I only pick H&M, and we both get one shirt, but one of them is from H&M, one of them is from Hugo Boss. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that you want to think about for as far as like the perspective of the purchaser of the service goes. But other than that, I think it's really cool how you've set it up. It's really simple, easy to use. So um, I don't really know where to go from now since I'm not going to be filling this out right now. But one other idea that I had was that maybe you can use some kind of Facebook integration in the future just to make it easier for people to input their name, their address, and all of their information without really having to fill it out. Um, but other than that, I have no complaints, and I wish you the best of luck with this. I hope this video can help you a little bit, and it would be nice to hear back from you. How do I end this video? I have no idea. Here we go. All right, man. Have a good one. Bye.